Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. I hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Tuesday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Here today to share with you another fine album that I just had delivered a few days ago. I've been listening to it quite a bit on both on the vinyl itself and on Spotify. It's been a great year so far for picking up and finding amazing albums. This is Nektar. Magic is a Child by the great band Nektar. 1977 release. Their 7th studio album. And you're saying, who is Nektar? Or for those of you that are in the knowledge and in the know, you probably already know who Nektar is. English progressive rock band from Hamburg, West Germany, formed way back in '69. Formed originally by Roy Albrighton on guitars and lead vocals, Alan Freeman on keyboards, Derek Moore on bass, and Ron Howden on drums. Music is a combination of progressive rock and space rock and art rock and jam rock. This is their 7th album, as I said. Magic is a Child. The 2nd album without Roy Albrighton on guitars and vocals. He was replaced by Dave Nelson on guitars and vocals. But still an amazing album. Also, Walt Nektroyd is on here. Nektar or Nektroyd. Walt Nektroyd is actually Robert Fripp from King Crimson. He appears on one of the tracks, Train from Nowhere, a great, great track. And on the cover is 13-year-old Brooke Shields. I wonder what she's doing these days. You don't hear too much from Brooke Shields. I believe that's her as well. And you got the lyric sheet. And it's on Purple Pyramid Records, even though that's an orange label. But really awesome album. You got Mo Moore on basses, Ron Howden on drums, Taff Freeman on keyboards and synth, Dave Nelson on guitars and vocals, as I said earlier. Then you got a list of other players. And again, Nektroyd, Walt Nektroyd, courtesy of himself, is on here as well. Away from Asteroid starts it off. Away from Asteroid is a nice, bright, awesome opener of a track. Awesome harmonies as well. Then you got the title track, Magic is a Child, leading into the funky intro of Eerie Lackawanna. And you got Midnight Light. Love to Share, Keep Your Worries Behind is a nice mellow track. And then it gets into side 2, which is a little heavier side. So it starts the album, first side's light and cool tracks. The last 4 songs on track 2 are really, really good. They're a little heavier, a little rockier. Train to Nowhere, again, a rockin' track with Mr. Robert Fripp featured on this one. Listen starts off with an amazing guitar solo. Big, dramatic opening. One of my favorite on the album. On the Run, The Trucker. Love the bass runs in that one. Really great track as well. One of the best on the album. And then it ends with Spread Your Wings. But I love this album. It's so good. I'm glad to have it in my collection. Okay. Magic is a Child by Nektar. I don't have all their albums, but I do have a decent amount of them, both on CD and vinyl. This is their debut, Journey to the Center of the Eye, with way too small ratings on here. It's a double album, in this case, double CD. Not a double album, sorry. This is a double CD. So the second CD is the official bootleg, recorded in '71 in Darmstadt, Germany. And then you've got the original album here. 1971 release. 2 main songs on it, broken up into 13 different mini tracks. More like a rock opera concept album. It's about an astronaut who encounters aliens on his way to Saturn. And a lot of people think it's about the nuclear arms race. But really different, unique sounding debut album. And then I have Remember the Future. Okay, another double CD. You've got disc 1 and disc 2. So Remember the Future Part 1, Remember the Future Part 2. Again, broken up into different tracks. In this case, 10 different tracks. And then on disc 2 is the Academy of Music 1974. So I'll show you that one there. And these sound amazing, for sure. So, Remember the Future is the 4th album by Nektar. Another concept album. One piece of music. Again, broken up into 10 different parts. Then we have a little rough version of Down to Earth as far as the cover goes. But I had to pick it up because it was Nektar. And the vinyl itself is in decent shape. There's obviously a circus theme going on. This is on the Passport Records label. Nice vinyl looking there. You got Astro Man, Nellie the Elephant, Early Morning Clown, That's Life. That's all on side 1. And then on side 2 you have Fidgety Queen, Oh Willie, Little Boy, Show Me the Way, and Finale to end the album. I want to make sure I put that back in the sleeve. There we go. So that is Down to Earth. And then I have Recycled. Cover's remarkable. I don't know who did the artwork on this one, but it's gorgeous. Does it tell me in the lyrics? It doesn't. Helmut Wensky did the cover artwork on this one. But again, another Passport label. Recycled 6 studio album, 1975 release. Another concept of album. Sorry about the environment. So it's made up of 2 different parts. You've got part 1. It's about recycled energy, and part 2, Recycled Part 2, is about tourism and how it's affecting the wilderness. So really brilliant and current and ongoing topics. Again, you got Roy Albritton on guitars, lead vocals, Taft Freeman on keyboards, Ron Howden on drums, Mo Moore on bass, and Mick Brockett on visual environment. And there's a choir on here, recorded in France. Amazing stuff. Nice sounding album, for sure. And then I have where's my notes here? This is a later album. This is their 14th studio album. Then The Other Side, another brilliant album. So it's got the original album, and then it has a DVD of the making of the other side. Drifting official video on this one as well. This one you hear, you got Randy Dembo on bass, Dembo, sorry. Reich Chandler on guitars, vocals, and lyrics. Kendall Scott on keyboards. Derek Moomore on bass and vocals. And Mick Brockett on visual. And Ron Howden on drums. So they're a much older gang on that one for sure. Fine album for sure. The 14th studio album. 19... It doesn't tell me. I don't know when this was released. I didn't write that down. 14th album. 2020 release. And finally, this is a retrospective. That's a 2 CD box set. 1969 to 1980. And tracks from different albums. And there's what the CD looks like. So on disc 1, you've got Rainbows, New Day Dawning, Days and Nights, both 7-inch singles. Then from Journey to the Center of the Eye, you've got tracks off of that one. Prelude, Astronaut's Nightmare, The Dream Nebula Part 1, The Dream Nebula Part 2, It's All in the Mind, Burn Out My Eyes, Do You Believe in Magic, another 7-inch single. Tab Into the Ocean, 1972 release. You got 3 tracks off of that one. Tab Into the Ocean, Crying in the Dark, and King of Twilight. Sounds Like This, 1973. You got Good Day, New Day Dawning, and Cast Your Fate. That's all on disc 1. And then on this one here, this is disc 2. You got Sounds Like This, 1973 release. Remember the Future, 1973, part 2. Down to Earth, 1974, Astro Man, Nellie the Elephant, Fidgety Queen. Recycled, you've got 6 or 7 tracks off of that one, 1975 release. Then a track off of Magic as a Child, Away from Asgard, the title track, first track. And then Man on the Moon, 1980, Too Young to Die, Telephone, and Man on the Moon. So some duplicates, but a lot of new stuff that I don't have already. Comes with a fairly thick pamphlet on this one. Comes also with a cool Nektar button. And a little mini poster. Which is cool. So yeah, that's my Nektar collection. Again, not everything in their catalog, obviously. A bit of mixture of a lot of stuff off of this one, but a good chunk of albums and CDs, and this is a brilliant album. Magic as a Child, featuring Brooke Shields on the cover. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back again perhaps tomorrow with another video. And have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. Take care. Bye now.